Ever wondered what makes the beluga whale, a resident of the Arctic waters, one of the most unique creatures on Earth? Let's take a dive into the icy blue depths of the Arctic, a world that is as breathtaking as it is brutal. It is here, in these frigid waters, that we find the beluga whale. These marine beings are a striking sight. Their skin, as white as the snow-capped peaks that surround their home, allows them to blend seamlessly into their environment. This distinctive white color is not just for show, it's a survival tool. The beluga's snowy complexion helps them evade predators and navigate the Arctic's icy labyrinth. But their color isn't the only thing that sets belugas apart. They've earned a rather charming nickname too, the sea canaries. This is due to their complex and high-pitched vocalizations that can be heard above the water's surface. These sounds are not just random noise, they are a sophisticated language that belugas use to communicate with their pod members. From navigating the ice-laden waters to locating food, these high-pitched twitters play a crucial role in their survival. Surviving in the Arctic isn't an easy feat. The environment is harsh, the temperatures can plummet to bone-chilling lows, and food can be scarce. But the beluga whales have adapted beautifully. They are equipped with a thick layer of blubber, almost 6 inches, which keeps them insulated against the biting cold. Their small flippers and tail, along with a flexible neck, a rarity among whales, help them maneuver through the ice with ease. So while the Arctic may seem inhospitable to many, for the beluga whales it's home. They've evolved to not just survive but thrive in this icy wilderness, their ghostly white forms gliding through the icy depths with a grace that belies the harshness of their environment. So the icy Arctic waters are home to these fascinating creatures, but what makes them truly stand out? Tune in for the next scene to find out. What if you were told that the beluga has some of the most intriguing adaptations in the animal kingdom? Yes, these remarkable creatures have evolved unique abilities that equip them to survive and thrive in the harsh Arctic environment. Let's start with a physical adaptation that sets belugas apart from other whales: their flexible necks. Unlike most other whales, belugas have unfused cervical vertebrae. This gives them a much greater range of neck movement, allowing them to turn their heads in all directions. Imagine how handy that is when navigating through ice-laden waters or scanning for predators and prey. Speaking of navigation, let's talk about the beluga's echolocation abilities. This is a behavioral adaptation that is truly fascinating. Belugas emit a series of clicks, whistles, and other sounds. When these sounds hit an object, they bounce back, providing the beluga with information about the object's location, size, and even texture. Think of it as the beluga's very own sonar system. It's a crucial tool for navigation and hunting in the dark, murky waters of the Arctic. But what about the cold? How do belugas manage to live in such freezing conditions? The answer lies in their blubber, a layer of fat beneath the skin that can be up to 15 centimeters thick. This blubber serves a dual purpose. It insulates the beluga from the cold, helping to maintain a stable body temperature even in icy waters. But it also provides a valuable energy reserve that the beluga can tap into when food is scarce. And let's not forget, this blubber also adds to the beluga's buoyancy, aiding them in their deep dives and long swims. It's a physical adaptation that's as practical as it is ingenious. These adaptations not only help belugas survive, they also make them one of the most fascinating creatures in the Arctic. From their flexible necks to their echolocation abilities and their formidable blubber layer, belugas are a testament to the power of evolution and the wonders of nature. Did you know that beluga whales are considered one of the most social marine mammals? A fascinating fact about these Arctic residents is their highly social nature. They're not just solitary swimmers, they are active community members living in groups known as pods. These pods aren't just about numbers, they're about relationships. Belugas are known to stay with their families for life. This means that a pod isn't just a group of whales, it's a family reunion, with grandmothers, mothers, aunts, and children all swimming together. A typical pod can have anywhere from 10 to several hundred individuals, and in the summer these pods can merge into superpods, with thousands of belugas congregating in the warmer waters. Much like us, communication is a crucial part of beluga society. They express themselves through a complex array of vocalizations, They're often referred to as canaries of the sea because of their diverse repertoire of clicks, whistles, and clangs. These sounds aren't just noise, they're conversations. Belugas use echolocation, creating sounds that bounce off objects in their environment, helping them navigate and find food. But it's not just about survival. Belugas also use their voices to strengthen social bonds. They sing to each other, they call out to lost pod members, and they even seem to have their own dialects, with different pods having distinctive accents. And let's not forget about the younger generation. Belugas exhibit a nurturing nature towards their young. Mothers are incredibly attentive, often seen carrying their newborn calves on their backs to keep them safe from predators. The rest of the pod also pitches in, looking after the young and teaching them vital life skills. Belugas are not just creatures of the sea, they are creatures of society. They live, they communicate, they nurture, and they form complex relationships. They demonstrate that being social isn't just a human trait, it's a trait shared by many species in the animal kingdom. Belugas truly exhibit some of the most complex social behaviors in the marine world. But what threats do these Arctic dwellers face in the wild? It's a question that demands our attention. For all their adaptability, belugas are not immune to the challenges posed by an ever-changing world. The first and foremost threat to these magnificent creatures is climate change. As temperatures rise, the Arctic ice, which serves as a critical habitat for belugas, is rapidly melting. This environmental shift has significant implications for the belugas, affecting their feeding and breeding patterns and leaving them vulnerable to predators. Pollution is another serious concern. Industrial activities and oil spills contaminate the ocean waters, the very lifeblood of the belugas. Toxic substances in the water can lead to a host of health issues, such as reproductive problems and weakened immune systems, reducing their ability to survive and reproduce. Plastic waste is another form of pollution that poses a threat to these whales. They can ingest these waste materials, mistaking them for food, which can lead to fatal blockages in their digestive systems. Then, there's the issue of hunting. Belugas have been hunted for centuries by indigenous communities for their meat, blubber, and skin. While many of these communities hunt sustainably, illegal hunting and overfishing in some regions pose a significant threat to the beluga population. This, coupled with the fact that belugas have a slow reproductive rate, means their numbers can't easily bounce back from such losses. These threats, while daunting, are not insurmountable. Conservation efforts are underway to mitigate these issues, aiming to preserve the natural habitats of the belugas and regulate hunting practices. Climate change, pollution, and hunting. They are not just threats to the belugas, but to all marine life and indeed to the health of our planet. Despite these challenges, belugas continue to thrive, showcasing their resilience and adaptability. Their survival is a testament to the power of nature and the importance of our collective efforts to protect and preserve it. But why should we care about the fate of the beluga whales, you might ask? Well, these majestic creatures are not just beautiful to behold, but they play a fundamental role in the Arctic ecosystem. As top predators, belugas help to maintain the balance of marine life in the Arctic waters. They feed on a variety of fish and invertebrates, controlling their populations and ensuring a healthy, diverse ecosystem. Furthermore, belugas are what scientists call an indicator species. Their health gives us insights into the overall state of the Arctic environment. Changes in their behavior, population, or physical condition can signal shifts in the ecosystem, often caused by climate change or human activities. Their decline could have far-reaching consequences, disrupting the delicate balance of the Arctic ecosystem and negatively affecting other species, including us. Indeed, the survival of the beluga is intricately tied to the health of our planet. Let's hope that these remarkable creatures continue to grace our seas for many years to come.